So right now, I'm going to teach you how to play the basics of piano. I'm going to first teach you how to find a scale, which is the fundamental of piano, or any instrument really. And then I'm going to teach you how to find a chord. Once you find a chord, you can then play songs, and I'll show you how to play once you put it all together. So, to first find any scale, you need to understand the difference between a whole step and a half step. A half step is any movement below or above from one key, just one note, including the black and white keys. So, one note above this note, which is called middle C, would be right here, this first black key. That's a half step. A whole step would be a movement of two notes above or below the note that you're looking at. So again, we'll look at middle C. Two notes above would be 1, 2. So from here, C, to here, D, that is one whole step. Now there's a pattern that you have to know, but you can find any major scale. A major scale is anything that sounds happy, a scale that sounds happy, so something like this. Alright, that's a C major scale right there. Now the pattern that you would use is the following. It goes whole, whole, half step, whole, 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 half step. So that's 2 whole steps and a half step, then 3 whole steps and a half step. So, if we start here, okay, we're going to go a whole step. So this is a whole step, another whole step, okay, then a half step. The next note right here next to this is called E, is F. Then we do another whole step, one more whole step, and then a half step, okay? So, the same can be applied for any note, including the black or the white key. So let's say we go to start here. This is D. We do a whole step, a whole step, a half step, a whole step, a whole step, a whole step, a half step. Okay? That's how you can play any major scale, doesn't matter, anywhere in the piano. And you're golden. Alright? The way that you find chords, which are segments of a scale, okay, that what you do, you take the first note, okay, let's say we're looking at C, C major scale, so the first note, the third note, this is the second note, this is the third note, and the fifth note, this is the fourth note, here's the fifth note, that's a G. So we have C, E, and G. And that's the scale. Okay, you can play a little bass note, a bass C, because it's a C scale, just like that. Now, once you understand the concepts of finding scales and their chords, playing piano is really quite simple. It's just a matter of practice. Alright, so let's see if you can pick out this tune, just using major scales. Alright, so right there I kind of added a little bit, but the fact of the matter is that was just using a C major scale, a G major scale, and an F major scale. And if you didn't know what that was Drops of Jupiter by Train. So, right now you have just learned how to play the piano, basics of piano, so hopefully you'll get to it and get good and just practice. Thanks.